back to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. Your boy, DJ KO. I'm glad you guys tuned in. It's going to be our, I think, fourth show of the new year. We rolling. We up and rolling with like an 18-wheeler logistics. Anybody in the logistics company, y'all know what I'm talking about. Got to get to the money, the M-O-N-E-Y. First of all, I'd like to give a big shout out to my sponsor, 605 Adult Beverages. Also give a big shout out to Red Coral Universe. Guys, I know you guys watch Tubi, and we on Tubi, but we not one of those movies that be having the words mixed up with the, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what's the name of the movie?
Tubi. No, Tubi is a network.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so who's on Tubi?
The podcast.
Oh, the podcast is on Tubi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
know that. Congratulations.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah. Give a round of applause for that.
Yeah, we on Tubi. So Red Coral, they got us international. So we be up with the Africans over there, you know.
Okay.
Now
I'll be
with
over there with Africans, too.
No, oh, I
I'm in
saw you.
Ghana,
Ghana, I
see?
saw you. She had to put that in there. See that? Guys, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Make sure you tell a friend what's going on. We got going over here. Hey, today we have a special show today because I don't want to talk about the cliche term today. You know, there's one person been up here multiple times, the boss chick of Houston, DeAnna Green. But she had to bring her sister up here. She just moved to Houston all the way from North Carolina.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? She just turned, I can't tell your age.
40.
Oh, you turned 40.
I'm proud to be 40.
Hey.
Thank you.
And single again.
That's right.
And back on the block.
That's right.
That voice that you hear is Jameka Lathers, everybody. How you doing, Jameka?
I'm doing great.
Did I say that right?
You did.
Damn,
Jameka.
I mean, you're right. Jameka Lathers.
Yeah. Leathers.
Leathers. So look, guys, first of all, I need y'all New Year's resolution. What's your New Year's resolution?
I didn't make a New Year's resolution. I made prayer resolutions.
Prayer.
Yeah. I had to.
I made some declarations.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And some
Resolution.
affirmations.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Y'all
all
didn't make
of
no
that.
resolutions. Y'all just like, this year I'm going to do this better. I'm going to work out.
No.
I do that all year anyway.
Oh, really? Oh, you're a spiritual woman.
Yeah, I mean, all year, you changing stuff. Because we done did vision board parties. That's why we did prayer.
This
Because we
year.
did vision board parties. And we both agreed we would put some shit up there we weren't really sure about.
Yeah, we were purposeful and specific.
Yes.
And what we were asking for. So by October, November, we got back together and we made it very clear that we did not do a great job on our vision board.
Yeah.
Honestly, I look back at my vision board and realized there was some shit up there that I put up there that I thought I wanted.
And you don't
You
even
don't
want
want
And by mid-year, I was like, girl, this is not,
That's how God works. See,
Right.
God says he's going to give you exactly what you want.
Right.
Yeah.
But you don't know you need that at that time.
Right.
So
right.
I'm glad you guys realized that.
Right.
Shout out to everybody that did their vision board for 2025. That's right, 2025,
that's
right?
right.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that did that. You know, I did mine in my mind. I do mine every day, you know what I'm saying, when I get up to go to work.
Well, how does that work if it's in your mind?
Because I know it.
Okay.
And then you write it down. It's like an
Right.
affirmation, right?
Right.
You write it down every day, put it on the
Okay.
mirror. Most women
Okay.
do it with lipstick on the mirror when they wake
Okay.
up. And you just
What
say it
you
every
doing
day.
it with?
Reminder.
I ain't doing no
Gotta
makeup.
tell y'all yourself what you doing it with.
I'm doing it with sticky
Okay.
paper.
Okay. Sticky notes.
Sticky notes.
Okay.
No homo.
Okay.
Okay.
No homo. All right.
No Diddy.
So look.
No Diddy.
No
No
baby
baby
oil.
oil?
No baby oil.
That's right.
You know what was funny? I don't got no baby oil. I need to get some.
Oh Lord,
Nah,
Jesus.
shout out to
I don't
nah,
understand
I'm
the
messing with
content
y'all.
of the baby
I
oil
know.
still, but okay.
So look, I want to ask y'all this. I want to because I was looking at something on social media, man, and I want y'all take on this. So I take it. So DeAnna, married. Jameka, married. Single.
Yes.
Single as in legally single or
Single as a dollar bill.
single?
Yes.
Single. All
Single,
right.
single. When you say it 2 times, that means it's
So
for
you,
real.
so you outside?
I'm outside a
Like-
little bit. I'm not outside like I probably should be to really meet somebody.
Yeah.
But I'm outside.
Okay, you outside.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for y'all, and maybe y'all can help me out. I'm glad you guys up here. 2 women, you know. I saw something on TikTok and Facebook. They was talking about how the wives was walking to the husbands, and they were saying,
I can't pay the mortgage.
"I
this
can't
month.
pay the mortgage this month." What, no, did the guy do it? Or,
No, the women were going to the men saying, "Honey,
That's
I
right.
can't help you with the mortgage, this month." Yeah.
Right.
So I want y'all take on that. If y'all man couldn't pay the mortgage, could y'all do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Would y'all want to do it? That's the question.
Yeah, I'm already doing it. Like my husband and I, we already like in that, in that situation where, well, for our marriage, everything goes into the same account as far as anything that takes care of the household.
Okay.
So there should never be a situation where either one of us should be coming to each other saying we can't pay the mortgage,
right?
Because both of us should be looking in this account and knowing ahead of time.
Work and stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that because I'm just not built to be home. I like to have something that I enjoy doing and stuff like that. So I will always bring in income, but I don't have to know the mortgage company, who we pay it to, and nothing. Just show me the paper, my name up there.
So you wouldn't pay it if he
If
couldn't
he
pay
needed
it?
help, yeah.
Okay.
But he shouldn't need help all the time if he agreed he was gonna pay it. You know what I mean?
What's wrong with giving him help?
Now I will help, but what I'm saying is, okay. Let's say we already, we've been established a little bit. He been paying it. Now you come February, you need help.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be happy to help.
Okay.
March.
That's tax time, February.
April, we gonna have a conversation. Cause honey, what's wrong? What's going on? You've been paying this mortgage all this time. I don't understand what's happening, right?
Yeah. A lot of situations, not all, a lot of situations you see, and it's gonna go back to what DeAnna was saying. A lot of alpha personality women want that role. Like they take their role, and it was never presented. Does that make sense?
Sometimes I don't know if women took the role, if
Yeah.
they just ended up being in the role single and then met a man, and because you are used to, that's why I said I would have to work. If I'm married or I'm with somebody and they're taking care of bills and stuff, to give me a sense of independence and maintain my sanity, I have to have my own thing going on. You know what I mean? Whatever. If that's work, if that's my workout, something that's personal to me.
Gotcha.
So I think I know for me being a single parent, I took on that role involuntarily. Now, had a man 20 years ago said, don't you worry about the mortgage, I wouldn't have argued with him. Wouldn't have been no lip. You say, pass up, which piece of wood you need, honey? I'm sending it up.
Oh, you want to send it up? Okay.
I'm going to send the wood
You have no
up.
problem being
no
helpful.
problem.
And so listen to even what I said. I didn't say that I needed to be the one out making the money.
Okay.
What I said that in order to give me comfortableness and fulfill my feeling of feeling safe in our relationship, I needed to be involved with the finances. Now that could be just us sitting down and making sure that I know what's coming in and what's going out. So let's be very clear on that part of it. It's not saying that I wouldn't have been okay with my husband just completely taking the reign and doing that. But here's the thing. I also understand that as being a helpmate, one of our biggest responsibilities is also recognizing what is in you all and helping to nurture that and push that. Okay. But at the same time, God also didn't say that. If he said, DeAnna, I've given you the gift of influence. I've given you the gift of, networking and all of that. And my husband, my husband is not necessarily the person that cares for the limelight, right?
Yeah.
But God, that's what God gave me. So part of me being a helpmate is to say, well, I'm going to also take these skills and I need him to now nurture and pour into me so that I can now go and do those things that ultimately will bring it back to the household and still be able to allow him now.
This term, I'm pretty sure you guys have also. Help me out with this. High functioning versus low value. Right? Do y'all know what that is?
I think I've seen a couple other podcasts and women and men talking about it.
I'm gonna break it down.
Okay, you break it down.
This whole new era of dating and these therapists. One of them brought up this term, and it's not even clinical, but they just brought it's high and it's popping. High functioning, low value. Basically, so many words. A person could perform to a high level in terms of dating, relationship. Meet you to that standard, but they're low value. They don't make as much as you.
Okay.
Right?
And you say make as much as you, meaning monetarily?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm following.
Funding.
Okay.
Or you could have somebody that's high value, but low functioning. So I'm going to ask you guys this. Well, you married. But
so ask her.
Jameka, I'm going to ask you this. What's your preference? High value, low functioning.
Now that I'm 40.
Okay,
Now that I'm 40.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with high value, low function.
Oh, really? It's about the money. It's about the coins.
Yeah, we got to get shit in order.
So hold up. You saying high value, low function. So the man doesn't have to have a conversation. He doesn't have to meet you
He does.
nowhere
That's important.
emotional.
But here's the thing.
All right. Be real now. Come on now.
It's a combination.
No.
Yeah,
it's-
we can have great
ain't giving you
conversation, but you can't
combination.
take me to get nothing to eat.
Wait,
It's the scales.
Sometimes
is
it's
not
like
weighing
that.
out, but that's not gonna work. I would prefer somebody. Can we do medium function? And
no duality over here.
Okay, we have to do one.
No
or the
duality. It's
other.
one other.
Okay.
It's one other. Think about it, because I want you to think about this.
Are we married or dating?
Yeah, married.
Oh shit. Okay.
You're married. You're stuck in it. So the thing is, I want to bring this out before you answer. So
I haven't spent 20 years in relationships with a high function and
no
low.
value. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, high function is great. I can plan a trip. To be honest with you, being older and being single since I've been here,
Mm-hmm.
I've had an opportunity to spend a lot of time with myself.
That's good.
And I like to be by myself. So he can travel for work and everything now. I wouldn't have been okay with none of that before. But now that I'm older, because I think when you're young, you're like, oh, I love him. We can talk about anything. We
yeah.
stay on the phone all night. I ain't did that with nobody. Damn them all night phone calls. Bills got to be paid.
You got something. You got to wake up
You
in the
cannot
morning.
pay
Yeah.
for a trip with a conversation.
That's true.
Right.
You're going to have to give a card at the end of the
You
conversation.
can't pay no light bill
Right.
with a
You
conversation.
can't pay no light bill. Who wants to screw when you don't know if the light's gonna stay on tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's true.
That would throw off anybody's sex drive, man or woman.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah. Like I tell my husband, I'm like, God forbid something was to happen, whether, we weren't together or he was no longer here. I can say with 100% confidence, I don't have any desire to ever want to get married again. But I would want a relationship, but I want a relationship where you got your own place,
Yep.
I got my own
I
place.
was about to go to
We
that.
get together, have a good time, we
Yep.
travel and all of that, and we can converse. But
Part
when I'm
ways
tired
when
of
the time
you
comes.
or whatever,
That's
you
right.
tired of me.
You notice?
Yeah.
Go on about your way. So that's
Yep.
why I think that high valued and low functioning would work very well if I was in a situation where it was either post divorce or I was a widower or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Again, which means I would be forever single.
Oh, okay.
And he would have his
Yeah.
own place, and I wouldn't have the same desires I had early on to want to be matched up and connected and be in the same bedroom and all of that.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be my desire. So I
Right.
just want to make sure on camera. I wasn't
Okay,
saying that,
okay.
okay? But go back to asking her what
Okay.
you. But
So,
yeah.
so you would. I'm saying you would date again, but you
Yes.
just wouldn't
Yeah.
marry.
Married.
Yeah, I'm not going to marry.
Gotcha. I got you. That makes sense. Okay.
My husband's name is on the back of my shoulder, so anybody that would have a feeling like that, that's one of the things I thought. I was like, now what if the new person's like, hey, I'm going to need for you to remove that? No, I'm not, because
Cover it
he
up.
has been, I'm not covering it up. And here's why. He is a integral part of my life.
That's true.
He has been, he is
He's a
the
pillar.
father
That's
of
right.
my children.
But still though, that's
So,
past.
no, it's not.
We need to talk about that. See, that's the thing. See,
So I'll give you some stuff to talk about.
look,
You
see,
know I'll give you some stuff.
See,
I know I'm not taking that
that's-
tattoo off.
the thing,
It's not mandatory.
right?
It would really be the Lord for me right now.
To say,
I think it's just companionship,
He would
right? You
have
want
to
companionship.
Yeah, but I also want it when I want it now because my kids are older. I'm used to having a lot more time to myself, and I like having that time to myself.
Okay.
I like dictating how I spend my time.
you like dictate,
I do.
like dictate.
That's correct. I do. And I just hit my year in Texas
A year.
in October, and so
No, you've been here since May.
well, I was back and forth, but like my own
Okay,
place.
your own
My
place.
place
Okay.
September.
Okay.
My
So
own place
I
was
want to ask you that.
September. What?
So you moved to Houston from where?
North Carolina.
From North Carolina.
Yes.
Country. You moved to
It's
Houston.
not the country.
Well, I'm saying depending where you are in
It's
North
southern.
Carolina. What part of North
Say
Carolina?
southern. Country sounds
Raleigh, Durham.
like
Well,
Raleigh, Durham.
yeah.
oh, Raleigh Durham. Okay, that's a nice little city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice little city.
Well,
Right,
it's the
thank
capital.
you.
Raleigh's at least the
That's
damn
right.
capital.
It
Well, you got the schools there. You got Duke and
Yeah, NC
UNC,
State,
Yeah.
UNC.
NC
Yeah,
State.
yeah.
Don't play with the city now.
Well, I know a little about North Carolina.
Okay.
Shout out to Winston Salem, my people in
Thank
Winston.
you.
So, but no. So why did you move to Houston?
Opportunity.
Not-
And my sister has been here for what
16
15 years
years
now.
Okay.
And so I would come visit, and I was coming yearly for like the first of the year vision board parties at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I came, and I came Is it last year?
No, so
The year before.
so it's been a couple years. Actually, the same year she met you.
Yeah.
That you
know
DJ'd.
What? You
said
what you
something.
said to me
Yes.
is what kicked me into gear because we had the vision board party.
That's right.
And you was like, "Why you don't move to Texas?" And I was like, I don't know what I said, but you said specifically, you was like, "Yeah, you can't plan that. You just got to do it."
You got to do it. You're right.
And so I went home. I got to the airport.
No, she didn't even go home.
I told my sister what you said, and after, right?
No, so she had a connecting flight.
Yeah.
And at her connecting flight, she called me up and she was in tears on the phone.
Yeah.
And I thought,
Really?
like, what the hell is going on? What has
Really?
happened? And she said, sis, I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
And I said, what? And she said, I do not want to go back home. And so then she told me the conversation that you two had. And I had been trying to get her to move before. And I said, okay. I said, well, look, right now you in your feelings and you're emotional. Get home, get settled.
Yeah.
Reach back out to me in a couple of weeks. Because once you get back in the routine of things, right, stuff calm down. It's just a phase.
Right.
I said, but if that hunger and that desire is still there, then call me and we'll start putting that in a plan together. And she did.
So you ready to go?
Yeah, she was ready.
In last year, some change, right? How is the dating scene in Houston for you?
It ain't no different than the United States, to be honest with you.
What you
ain't
mean?
No different than North Carolina, than the Negro in Colorado.
I know, right?
Anywhere you go, you have people. You have a variety of people.
Right.
You have dishonest people. You have.
She pointed that one out first. This what?
Are we dating the same man?
So basically, they put
But
a man up there.
It's multiples. So they can just go in, they post a picture and say, is anybody, they may say, hey, we just started dating. Is anybody else dating him? Can anybody give any tea?
Yeah.
Why y'all do that?
Because
y'all
lie.
lie.
I need to
But
know
I'm
y'all
what's going
men
on.
lie.
But what if a woman wants that man? She
Well,
lie.
she can still make that decision or
Yeah.
whatever, but the point is you men are not honest.
Yeah, that's true too.
Well, I think people are not honest.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay, so
We talking about in this dating
in a man's
situation.
defense, there is also a ladies group that Houston, are we dating the same woman?
But most
Some of
women
the
are-
women have
I would
showed me-
imagine it's the
But
same.
most women are raggedy like that. Men are just raggedy.
That's not true. There is. It's 2025. Yeah,
women out here sloppy like that?
We've had quite a few people that come back and post, hey, I got access to the Are We Dating the Same Woman group, and then they'll post the pictures like a little Rolodex. So if you're in there, you can see yourself.
Oh
wow.
my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So it's enough that they have an active social media page.
So
I've been here now in Houston for 16 years. And initially it made my first 10 years before. So started my business 2016. So what's that now? 8 years? Eight years. Okay. So let's say, eight of those 16 years when I was in corporate America, felt like Houston was huge, right? But once I got and started my business and it forced me to network and be out and about, what I've come to realize is Houston is big, but it's small when it comes to us.
yeah, that's true.
Because I'm going and speaking at events or folks, I was in the Lowe's the other day. I had a man, he's with his wife, walk up to me, oh my God, I know who you are. And I was over there like, you do? Like I was scared to say anything because he with his wife and he tells me, he follow me on social media.
She's not telling the whole story, see?
I am telling the whole story.
Nah, go ahead.
But my point is, I think even though Houston is big, definitely compared to Raleigh, I think once you get into certain circles and everything, it actually becomes very small. Like that whole 6 degrees of separation becomes 2 degrees of separation.
No.
One of the things is I thought my sister was a true extrovert. Like, because her personality is so huge, she in your face, she raw, she all of that. She got here to Houston and I was like, she is really an introvert to the point where when I say I live vicariously through her, I'm over here like, sis, you got to get out and about. Like when she calls me, she's like, all right, sis, I got this situation with this guy right here. What do I need to do? What do you think? What is this right here? Right. So
What you told her?
She always gives A1 advice.
Yes.
Oh,
And here's why. Here's why. Because I know what she truly wants.
Okay.
But I also know what she's been used to, right? So when you've been used to something for a long time, it doesn't matter if you're in a new city, a new state,
Right.
or whatever.
Right.
That
You'll
normal,
gravitate
you
to the
just
same thing.
go to the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
So being able to pull her back and say, you've already been down that road.
Yeah.
Like you got to try this differently, and it's going to be uncomfortable, right? You got to stand on this. But even things, I think, even as women, and I'll say this, whether you're moving to a new area or you just want something different dating wise, you also have to change your environment. But you may also have to change you,
Okay.
right? Like one of the things me and my sister talked about, I was like, sis, my sis love to
What
be
you mean change
comfortable.
you? What you mean?
Because my sister, is it okay if I share this? My sister loves to be comfortable when it comes to her appearance, right? She's like, she had always been, sis, I'm comfortable in my jeans and in my sneakers. You know, that's what I am.
Yeah.
Sis, that's great. But if you want a different type of man and you trying to attract a different type of man, for whatever reason, whether it's a good time, a weekend getaway, pay this bill, whatever it is, you have got to change that outwardly appearance, right?
Do you really though?
Yes.
Because I believe people attract what's inside.
No, because I think
Well, men are physical, so they look
y'all
at
are
appearance,
y'all are
but-
very on the physical side
That is
first.
true, but we know. Ooh,
Go
glad-
ahead. Go
we-
ahead.
we-
Let him
look,
say.
as a man, so to your point, I understand what you're saying.
Right.
Presentation is everything. Because if I had a lady,
But see, you didn't let me finish. So it wasn't
Okay,
just
go ahead.
presentation.
All right.
So one of the things I love my
cuss a
sister
lot.
there. My sister is a cussing sailor. Okay.
so-
Like to the point where it's so funny. Even my husband said, he was like, "You don't normally cuss, but when you around your sister,
you cussing.
it's some kind. I don't know what it is, but she rubs up on me, and all of a
I
sudden
do.
I'm the F bomb,
Yep.
the MF.
That's
I'm
right.
all the words that I don't normally have in my vocabulary because I get comfortable around my
Yeah.
sister, right? And we just go into that rawness and
Maybe-
that authenticity.
Maybe she bringing that real you out.
Well, and that's very possible, right? That's very possible. But I also know that does not work. Okay.
Yeah.
And
They
the
can't call her, be like,
areas,
what up, big dog?
right?
What did
That's
they
not
look
gonna
like?
work
You probably could. Though.
in the
I
areas that
have.
I'm in.
I have.
Because look, I'm gonna go back to what you
Okay.
said. You probably could because thing is, like you said, being real, being authentic.
Right.
People want that.
But here's the funny thing. This is what I realized, even with my platform, Let's Be Raw, and which stands for Real Authentic Women. People say that.
I like that acronym.
They say that. But so many people, when you truly show up in your most authenticity
Yeah.
and who you are,
They can't handle
they
it.
can't handle it.
But is it for them to handle?
It is, depending on certain environments that you're in.
So I believe this. This is what I believe.
Yeah,
Now,
it is.
So what you're saying, I agree. I agree to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that if God puts you in a situation,
Right,
right?
right.
If God puts you in a position,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what I do. I'm in that position because it's not because of this person, this person, this person. It's because I was destined to be here.
Right,
It's just my fate.
right.
No matter what I do, no matter how I act, no matter what I say, but like,
But
damn.
could God have also put you in that situation to maybe even also check you?
Yeah, it's a
Right.
two-way thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah, it's a two-way thing.
Right.
But I'm saying, instead of conform, because the thing is, I tell young kids this all the time. They want to conform
Right.
to what the world says is what's beautiful, what's right. Oh, don't say that. Be cliche. Oh, address. No. Be
Right.
you. Wear your hair out.
Right.
Yeah.
That's who you are. You
Right.
black.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wear your hair in your face. Baby, wear some dreads. I mean,
Right.
braids. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Nothing wrong
Right.
with that. That's beauty. That's
Yeah.
pretty.
That's right.
People are doing it.
Yeah, but now you're taking the stance. Here's the thing about walking in your authenticity and showing up truly who you are. You also have the personality to know you may now become the trailblazer. And most people don't want to be the trailblazer. They want to be the ones where, you know, the land has already been cultivated. There's
They
a
can
few
just come in
houses
and
there.
build. Yeah.
I'm going to come in now
Yeah.
and build, and I'm going to now be able to benefit because the market's already been created. People are
Yeah.
already here. The word is out. Most people want to be in that development side of it. Most people, and to walk in your most authenticity, you have to be a trailblazer.
Yeah, and-
Well,
I would.
But now-
I would be like, why does he have
Yeah,
sneakers on?
but at this time,
got bad feet.
It's
I got bad
popular.
feet.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right,
so why
right,
do I now have to be uncomfortable
Right.
because you want to see my damn foot arched up? You know what I'm saying?
got you.
And not
Right.
in a bad way, but
Right.
again, my sister is comfortable that way.
Right.
You know, I function best. Anybody, what DeAnna Sanders say? If you look good, you feel good. You
good.
feel
Yeah,
good.
that's
you feel
right.
good. Right. So that's what I feel
Right.
good in. You know, like even back home, I've had that. I've worked with other professionals. I had a lady I was working with. I hired as a business coach, and my professional portraits show my tattoos. I mean, there's some that I just can't hide. And I remember she asked me to
Some
Cover it up.
makeup or something on it. Concealer.
edit my picture
Oh.
and take this out. And I was so pissed off. But I was doing Bible study with her too, so I was like, I can't cuss her out.
Yeah.
I gotta do this the godly way. You know what I'm saying?
You could
So
have cussed
I'm
out.
like, I said, ma'am, I'm just trying to understand. What difference does that make? You know,
That's
and
true.
probably within 2 days of us having that conversation, I had submitted an RFP. This was in North Carolina for a contract, and I actually won the contract. And she told me after, she said, you know, when we had that conversation, I was thinking to myself, how am I going to get this girl a contract? And she got a professional picture of a tattoo. And I'm like, what
they
difference
gotta do?
do
If
it
you
make?
can do the job, you can do the job.
Yeah, because I feel like, I mean, you look at all these people who wear
Well, that's
suits.
different now.
Well,
right.
yeah,
So, like,
but-
even when she say 20 years, I'm a prayer warrior. Even though I'm the oldest, I feel like my sister has a much better understanding when it comes to the Bible and just spirituality.
That's good.
So I lean to her. I'm like, sis, I'm going through this. Here's my words. Here's this. Give
I
me
give
some
a
scriptures.
scripture. Yep.
She tell me. She prophesied. She told me. I hadn't even shared with my sister all the things that were already coming down the line for 2025.
Yeah.
And we're sitting together, and she said, sis, I had a vision for you. And she said, it's a stove. She said, think about a stove. It's got 4 eyes. She said, even though you're the boss chick of real estate, I feel like your real estate is about to go on the back side of the burner, of the eye of the stove.
And
because
simmer.
God has gotten so many other things, speaking, you know, media opportunities, coaching, and all of that. And I hadn't even shared with her all the stuff. I got like 7 different speaking opportunities already on the books. And we're only January, 14th?
Yeah.
into the
So I lean to her, you know, when it comes to that part of it.
I actually did a small study on yoke. So the definition of yoke, or if you go to the farming standpoint of yoke, is when they put 2 animals together to graze or whatever they're going to do. And so they have to put 2 animals that are equally yoked in strength, in ability, and all of those things. So the article that I read was saying, if you put a smaller animal, you decrease the effort and the output of the larger animal because the smaller animal can't keep up. You know, it just went into depth about what that really, really means. So equally yoked to me would be somebody present in your life who spiritually can accommodate needs, because spiritually kind of supersedes physical, emotional, you know, all of those things. So somebody who can spiritually tend to that need, whether it's a friend that's you ain't talked to them in 2 months and they pick you up in their spirit and call, hey girl, what's going on? Or my sister who might send me a text message, you know, with something inspirational, or you know, somebody I'm dealing with.
Do you think equally yoked is a equal proportion of distribution for both parties?
Not always.
Okay, so are they equally yoked then?
Okay, wait, ask the question again.
Well, we done had a little bit to drink.
Ask the question. My comprehension is a little bit delayed.
So
Right.
the question is, do you think equally yoked? What is your definition of equally yoked? And by what you said,
Yeah.
I was asking, since you use the term animals,
Right.
2 animals, if both animals wasn't proportionate in the amount of distribution, right, and the amount of force that they're applying,
Right.
are they actually equal, even though they're yoked together?
I mean, that can go somewhat far, I guess, because what if they're about the same size, but one is stronger and one is more skilled? So they're still going to produce what they need to produce, but, you know, they may be stronger. Like my sister I may be strong on the spiritual side, how she said. She could send me something, I could send her a scripture right back.
Yeah.
But I might need to have more time to process something that just hit me. So I'm like, shit, I need input. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
make a decision
Right.
fast. She may be a little bit better with thinking on her toes. So she's not less yoked to me because she can't spit a Bible scripture out, and I'm not less yoked to her because I can't give an answer, at the drop of a dime. But equally, we're still gonna produce, what we need to produce
and provide. And I feel like we are providing on the same level of frequency.
Yeah.
And that to me is where I think about equally yoked, is that frequency level. Like, I can't be a high frequency over here and you down here and we talking about we equally yoked.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your skill level is and what mine is or whatever. Again, if you're not on this level and I'm here and you're down here, that's not it. But I 100% agree with that. Because I think that when you start with how you ask it, now you're talking about twins. You're talking about identical,
and even they're not the
reactions.
same.
You're talking about identical thinking. You're talking about cloning, right? Like, and so I don't think that has anything to do with being equally yoked. I 100% agree with what you're saying. It is, at the end of the day, let's say there is a goal and a mission, and we are both equally yoked on how to get to that mission.
Yeah.
But we're over here are your strengths, here are mine. And as long as we are parallel and, again, vibrating on the same frequency and the same goal in mind, then we are equally yoked.
Okay.
It's also about the type of woman that you are going after. I think there also needs to be, I don't know if you've done this podcast yet, but it certainly needs to be the one that talks about, I have an issue with, and I'm going to leave it with this.
Go ahead.
Here's what I have an issue with.
And what would men pick?
Right.
Do they want high function and low value?
No, we don't want a high value woman. We need a woman that's
a low value.
You want a low value woman?
She don't need to make the money. I just need her to function high.
You want her to be.
You want her to function high,
and
how?
low value.
Like bow down to you and take care of you and
Emotional.
Be
emotionally.
submissive.
Okay.
Yes.
Be submissive.
Ooh, that's it. That's all you want. That's all we want.
That is not all
That's
y'all
not
want.
simple.
That is not every
want something-
man's desire.
I guarantee. Watch
And
this.
it's not
I
simple.
don't think that's every man's
Before you make your point,
desire.
I'm gonna make it simple. And
Okay.
I don't speak for all men, but I speak for
Please
most men.
don't.
Do you do you think when a man sees, and I'm not
Right.
judging nobody,
Right.
but most men will marry a natural woman.
What's a natural
That's not
woman?
true.
Like natural, everything natural.
That's not true.
What's
Not in
natural?
2025.
Most men, not all, most.
What's natural?
Like natural hair.
What's most percentage?
Natural body. I'm
What's
telling you.
most percent? But they gonna
I'm
be in the
telling
DMs or the girl with the weave
with
and the big ass.
That's what I'm saying. He might-
and the booty and the titties and all of that and the ghetto nails.
That's right.
Hold
That's
on.
right.
Hold on.
That's right.
Wait a
It
minute.
is.
If
But
we
no.
want to be real and authentic
No.
right now,
Exactly.
hold on.
No, I'm saying that I'm not saying that's not appealing.
Right.
I'm saying most men marrying these
But
type
you're
of
not.
women.
But here's the problem with that.
They don't even
They
like
don't.
them.
That's
Or
it.
love them.
They are.
You don't have to, 'cause
You're
it's a
not.
moment.
You're
So
not
they just want
faithful.
somebody that they can
You're
tell what to
not
do.
faithful during that time. You're not faithful.
Yes.
No, you're not
You're
faithful
low
during that
functioning
time.
because you're not
you know, that's
You're
emotionally
not
involved.
faithful.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother
So
story.
now you're over here emotionally scarring this natural woman.
This back
And
to
let me tell you
Africa,
what
who
happens.
y'all don't even
Right.
want, so
Listen,
stop.
and let me tell you what happens to that natural woman. And I know it because my lash lady just went through it. Her husband married her for her naturalness.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
Divorced her, found
For
out
her naturalness.
she found out he was cheating, all of that kind of stuff.
With
Left
somebody
her.
with big titties.
Right? That's exactly what she
Yep.
said. You know the first thing she did?
What?
Went and got her
titties
some new
done.
titties.
Yeah, that's
she went and
right.
got some new titties. She used to didn't put lashes on, even though
Put
she did
lashes
lashes. She got lashes
Yep.
on. She is a completely different lash
I do
technician
think
that I
this
saw
now,
6 months
but
ago.
Men want, because here's the thing.
Natural.
You don't see back to Africa in the club and that's who you trying to holler at.
No,
But let's take it even this.
A
What
moment.
is it called?
So make it
Is
make
it called
sense.
the Oedipus or Epidus? You
No,
know,
it's,
what's it called? You know what I'm talking about.
The Oedipus and Odyssey, I think.
Right. So how
Complex.
men want their wives to be the Madonna, right? Or their mother.
Their mother, yeah.
Right. But that's not really what they want. Like, I had a girlfriend whose husband, she found out he was cheating. She gets pictures and takes a look at it. And these women are the complete opposite
Right.
of her, to the point where I even had to say to her, I felt so bad because I was like, honey, he really just showed you who he truly wants, because it is no example.
He wanted long term or he wanted momentarily? Because it's a lot of things that we choose temporarily.
But then why get
But
married?
then now you're not being
Because
authentic.
we are kings. We supposed to have multiple women. That's another story.
Boy,
You should have started the podcast
I know, right?
with
Say
that.
that again,
Yeah,
sis.
that was you
Shout out to
should have
Dr.
started off.
Umar.
Oh, no. Don't you bring Dr. Umar in
yeah,
on
no.
this.
If you started off, we would have tore all this shit up. Yeah.
Say that
But-
We
again.
would have tore all this up.
Having
Talking
multiple
about
women?
Well, so why we can't have multiple
Multiple
men?
men.
Y'all could, but y'all can't handle it though.
Woo!
Emotionally.
Oh, no.
no,
You
you
don't
didn't. Okay.
know the new women.
Y'all
You
can't. So
don't know
look,
the new women.
most women are. This is no. Well, I'm not speaking
You do a
for
lot
women
of most.
Yeah.
because I can't say
lot.
I can't say all.
Many.
Some, right?
He plurals
He
everything.
cleared up.
Most,
Not all.
most. Some women cannot, because you guys have incubators. You guys receive us.
Y'all men could never have. We were equal.
No, I'm not saying y'all not strong. Y'all
No,
stronger
no,
than
no,
us.
no, no.
I
I'm
definitely
saying
think women
equal.
could balance that way better than
I don't
men.
know.
If I
haven't
was
seen
okay
one
with my
successful
husband
show.
having multiple women,
Yeah.
I can promise you 100% he could not handle me having
No,
multiple
not
men.
at all. I
Well,
don't
no,
think
yeah,
so.
that to that point.
But
I'm
that's-
saying for the individual, I'm saying the woman. That's true. A man probably can't handle his woman doing that, but I'm saying the woman probably couldn't handle having multiple partners.
Why?
Because
It's a lady with a show right now doing a good
Yeah,
job.
she sure is. She
That's
got
one person.
She,
I'm talking about
nah,
women.
she got 2 husbands and get ready to onboard a 3rd.
Yeah, I follow a couple
I
of
do
these
too.
women on
Hey, look.
Instagram, and they seem to be
Yeah,
handling
and look,
business.
and
Yeah.
who says they're having sex? She's probably having sex with one person.
Them Negroes
No.
ain't screwing them women every day either.
Either
Half of the time
anyway.
they pick one that
And
they
let's
go with
okay,
for a
Adam. Let's be
while.
very
But
honest.
that's the option too.
Okay, so the other misconception that I feel happens is men have this misconception that women cannot handle the truth.
Y'all can't.
That's a lie.
If we was
Ooh.
told it, but you got to be told.
Let
the
me
truth
tell you
to
something.
handle it.
Let me tell you something. I think that the problem comes in is you all rob us, number one, of
I'm not telling y'all
the right to be able
truth.
to, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's number one.
And not being
Now,
the full truth is a lie.
I'm not going to use your words of saying all women or most women
Yeah,
or whatever,
some.
right? Some, right?
Some
'Cause
women.
some women, okay. I will say mature women. That's my word, right?
Okay.
Mature women. Mature women, when you have given them the complete scenario, you have told us what our position is on the playing
Okay.
field. And you say, this is it. I got somebody on first base, second base, third base, but baby, you home plate or whatever, or maybe you out in the field.
That's right.
Whatever the case may be, right?
You at the house.
Now, will you have those women? And I think naturally women automatically have a competitiveness. And that's why I think that men confuse us with just wanting to have
more.
have what we want to have,
Okay.
or show up and be the best that we can be.
I got you.
Okay, so what happens is, and in that competitiveness, I think men mistake it for women don't want the truth. So what y'all see is a woman saying, I know he might have 5 on the playing
But he
field,
coming to the house.
but I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And that's fine. That's how that woman operates in that space, right? But here's the funny thing is, even that woman operating in that space, if she is truly on her game, she will actually know how to be able to use that to her benefit,
Yeah.
because men are hunters.
Absolutely.
Y'all naturally also want, while y'all want to hunt, y'all asses want to be hunted as well.
I don't know about that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I think for a
Y'all,
moment.
y'all's ego needs to be straight. That is all
True.
part of the hunt.
But I think that's
your
people.
ego. Hold on, we just talking. I'm just breaking this down from
Okay.
this standpoint.
Okay.
Men's ego have to be stroked,
Yeah,
right? Y'all's sense of, baby, I need you.
that's right.
I want
We need to be
you.
needed.
You got to be needed.
Frankie
so
Beverly.
even in
Shout
that
out to Frankie
woman
Beverly.
that says, I'm going to be competitive and I'm going to go from left field or outfield,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm going to make it all the way in. I'm about to be the pitcher.
Yeah.
Everything rests on me. Don't no nothing move.
Yeah.
Don't nobody run to no bases.
Ain't
Don't
no
shit
points
happen
scored without me. That's
without
right.
me.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
So in that, women have that competitiveness that they can then say, but here's how it works. The only way I can truly operate in my true competitiveness is I have to know the complete play. I got to know
No, you don't.
exact. Yes, I do, and that's the problem.
I gotta
Let
at
me
least
say
know
this.
it's the nigga on first base before I run
But
there.
here's-
We both on
but
the
here's
base.
the
Now
thing.
we
DeAnna saying
out.
she need to know the old playbook.
No, but this is the thing.
The
But that's
play.
why y'all don't
The
give
play.
us the play.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Okay.
So what I'm saying
I gave you
is,
the playbook at the beginning of the year.
what I'm saying
You got to
is,
remember it.
while y'all are saying you don't give us the play
Okay.
because you don't think we can handle it, the reason why you don't give us the play is because you know we can. And you know
Okay.
that if you give us the
That make the
playbook,
playing field even.
we gonna now take it and we gonna work this to our advantage.
Because,
Yeah.
you know why we don't do that?
I just told you why,
No,
because
I'm-
you don't want us to know
Because
the
we gonna work
That's
it
playbook.
another
play.
reason. No, you're right partially. But the reason why we do that because the play changes. And then all that information and all that focus and time you put into
No,
trying
you
to
still,
master
you
that
still
play.
missing the mark. Who is the strongest piece on a chessboard?
The king.
No,
No, the
it's
queen.
not.
The queen, ain't it?
Get it right now.
Oh, it's the queen.
The queen.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a reason for that.
It's a game.
That's
So
right.
again, if you just even apply that to just dating and mating and courting and getting married and all of that.
I'm not discrediting women.
Right.
I understand
But
that
I
women
still,
are very important.
No, I'm not, and I'm not even talking about that. We know that. You ain't even got to validate that.
Yeah,
Okay, we
I'm
know.
just saying the truth.
We are the glue.
The truth.
Okay.
The truth.
We move the needle.
I
Let's
agree.
be very clear.
I agree.
We are the wind beneath the wings.
I
And
agree.
if men was,
We are
if
the
they was
helpmate.
honest
I
about
agree.
what they had
Some of
going
y'all.
on,
Some of y'all.
then they
I'm
feel
just
like
saying,
we might do something.
Here's you know
Y'all
what you
might-
could do.
yep.
This is what you could do, Adam.
We might
the next
match.
time you got some guys on,
Yeah.
challenge your guys to say, if you don't know truly and you can't stand on
Mm-hmm.
the saying of that women can't handle the truth, challenge us.
Okay.
Challenge
Yeah,
us
that's right.
to challenge the men that come on your show that are dating and say, dudes, stop saying women can't handle
Yeah.
what you doing, how you move, how you
And give
think,
the
what you
opportunity.
need. Give us if you feel that we smart enough
Yeah.
and we capable
Yeah,
enough,
Yeah.
right.
then
Give y'all a challenge.
make the
Yeah.
playing field even, bro.
I got you.
Yeah.
Lay it out there and then let us
And then follow up.
Follow
I want
up.
to know what they say.
Ah, yeah.
I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask because.
Matter of fact, you need to get some more seats in here and have us back. Bring some more brothers up in here.
Well,
Let's have that
well,
conversation.
well, it got to be a certain type of brother too.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
It got to be
Yeah.
a person that's emotionally intelligent.
That's right.
One that know how to
Mature.
articulate their feelings.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
That's
And
right.
somebody that
Communicator.
experienced that before.
And somebody that hasn't been through a lot of trauma.
Right. Because they
Or
going.
has at least dealt with it.
Because I don't want nobody to come out and spewing hate or,
Right.
or
Yeah.
pain on
Right.
others,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So somebody that's healed from.
Yeah.
whatever
Or
they
they're
went
just in
through.
a good place
I have a
right
guy,
now
though.
and they've
Yeah.
been through some stuff
I
or
have a guy.
whatever.
I have a
And
guy.
now is again like I think at the end and here's the thing, I'll flip it around. It's even the same with women. Women need to stop saying that men are dogs. There ain't no good men out here.
Thank you,
You've
baby.
let one
Thank
or two situations cloud
Men are
your
not.
I don't say
vision.
that. I
No,
don't say that.
no.
I have never said
No, but there are way too many women. But here's the other caveat to it. What I don't like is you got a man over here that's on social media or out here out and about. He flashing his cars, what he wears, how much money he
Money.
makes. He's doing all of this to attract a certain kind of woman.
Yep.
But when that woman comes into place, now all of a sudden when she starts challenging him on, wait a minute,
Spend
I
money
came
and
to
drive the
you
car.
because
Right.
you showed me your car.
Yeah.
You showed me your money.
Yep.
You showed me your lifestyle. And now all of a sudden I show up and I want to tap in and I want to be a part of that. And now I'm a gold digger.
That's right.
No, brother.
Yeah.
You
Pimp
are a
C
walking
said-
contradiction.
Pimp C said it best.
You are a walking
He
contradiction.
said, "You don't want me. You want my car."
But okay, well here's the thing.
That's what Pimp C said.
Then don't put your car out there.
Yeah.
I gotta
Don't-
drive.
No, but you don't have
You
to
ain't gotta
showcase
post
it.
7
You want me to get on the
cars.
Metro?
Yeah.
You ain't got to
Yeah.
showcase
Yeah.
it.
Because look, if I go on the
If
Metro,
you
you're not
don't
gonna holler
wanna-
at me.
If you don't want, you proving my point. You are proving my point. You are a walking contradiction.
We are. And this conversation go on for on
Yes,
and
it
on
can.
and on. But no, I appreciate you guys' dialogue and opinions on stuff. You know what I'm saying? We could go back and forth.
Right.
I got a question. Can I ask before we close?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what was your dad's position in your life? Was he very superior as the male?
Always.
That's a good
Okay.
question.
Always. And he wasn't even a breadwinner in my house. My
Okay.
mom was
That
always
my
the
next
breadwinner.
question. Okay.
But
It's a different generation.
she
Yeah.
submitted to him.
It's a different generation.
And when you say submitted, what or 3 or 4 words that you tie directly to submission in regard to
Well,
your mom?
well, what I said earlier is like more of whenever a decision is made for the family, he makes the decision.
Okay, but they
Of course,
talk about
yeah, they're
it.
gonna converse
Okay.
amongst each other, but he's gonna make that
So
decision.
was it really him making the decision?
Yeah.
Well, no, but I'm saying I don't know. But
I
all
can
I
promise
know,
you he probably wasn't.
I don't know that. I'm in the back. So all I see was presented.
Right.
Nah, he
Right.
probab't wasn't.
It was like on the episode
But see-
of Martin and Gina.
Right.
Remember they had that disagreement and
yeah,
Cole and then was
yeah.
in the front. He was like, "Babe, when you go
When
out,
I go out
can you
there,
act
like,
I
I-
won?"
But
right.
that's real though.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
the thing is, without her, even though she was the my mother was the breadwinner, she didn't take it upon herself. She's like, I'm the breadwinner. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm an alpha man. You can't get with me. She didn't do all that.
But why do you? Because I feel like I've been
We in
on
this
your
generation,
show.
though.
Hold on a second. I've been on your show a couple times.
But that's not all
and
or
I
most.
feel
of some
like
women.
I feel like
Yes, ma'am.
that is something that is very, very rooted in
Yeah.
you. Like almost like there is an issue.
What woman ain't listening?
Right. Who scarred you?
No,
honey?
it's not. Look, it's,
Like
it's not me. It's so I hear stories a lot.
Okay.
I hear a lot of stories.
right.
Have you personally experienced being with a woman who just completely was not open to you making decisions, or
Oh no. Every situation
Okay.
I was in,
they submitted?
they better.
Okay.
Or they
What happened if they don't?
Well, he divorced now. So.
Okay.
Right.
But no, it's not about that. But I hear a lot of stories, man. And a lot of men aren't as brash as me. They're not going to bring it out.
Right.
They're not going to talk about it. So they're like, I'm keep the peace. I'm not going to say nothing.
But how many men, is it more men that when they have that type of power, that they actually walk over that woman that's at home? They're unfaithful.
Before that camera leave, give y'all social media.
Okay.
Before this camera die.
My social media is at the.DeAnna, DeAnna.green, just like the money.
Damn. My social media. What camera I'm looking at?
This one died.
Okay. My social media is my first name, Jameka, JAMEKA_leathers, like a leather coat with the S on the end.
Ow.
So before the camera's
Oh,
going
the
to
camera
die.
dies.
I want to say this. How many women that will overtalk a man in a public situation and ask the man how he felt afterwards? It's not that many. And a man's not going to say nothing because he's going to keep the peace at the house. But,
Oh, you saying they're in a relationship?
yeah, they're in a relationship, they married.
Well, I think that goes back to what my sister said. It was one of the very first things that you asked as far as being submissive. And the main thing she said was trust. So if I don't trust you and you're not making good decisions at home and you're not making good decisions.
Why you with me then?
Oh, well, that's a
That
whole
could have
nother
developed
topic.
over time.
Yeah.
Not trusting.
Because what I've also heard from
Bad
girlfriends that are in
financial
certain
decisions,
relationships and now they're the breadwinner and making all the decisions and they may not have they don't have a certain level of respect towards their husband. There was some deception in the very beginning. Like I've asked that question, like, what the hell happened? Like, how y'all here? And it's like, yo, D, when we met, he said he was this, he was that, he presented this, that, and the other. Now we're knee deep in it, and all of a sudden, and
don't
let's
know him.
also be clear. I think there's something that needs to be said too. While there are women out there looking for men to take care of them, there are a whole bunch of
Yeah,
men
it
out
is.
there that are looking for women to take care of them.
Why not?
But you can't. So here's the thing: you can't have both sides of the coin. You can't be over here actively looking for me to take care of you, and then you still want me to let you make the decisions.
If they
I get
somewhere
that. That's not gonna work.
disrespecting somebody
That ain't
out in
gonna work.
public, then that happened at home,
Home,
too.
yeah.
That's something that
Yeah.
they need to address. Either their relationship dynamic is not a good fit for the two of them, or they need to go to some therapy or something and get that sorted out.
And I honestly
because-
don't like that. That is
Yeah.
one of the things that I always
don't agree
feel.
with that in a
I don't care
relationship.
what me and my husband are going through. You will never see anything displayed publicly.
That's
You will
good.
never see. I don't care what's going on with
But
us.
see,
Right.
you got that old school love.
Yeah, maybe that's what
These
it is.
women now ain't doing
Yeah,
that.
I ain't doing
They
none
go.
of that.
Matter of fact, good example. Chad Ochocinco and what's his
Evan?
The new
Oh.
his Sharon Cherie.
Cherie.
Cherie. Yeah.
So what she did, she took it to social media. I'm single now. Y'all can have them now. Who
Yeah.
does that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but you're talking about dealing with immature women just like
Right.
there's immature men.
Right.
It's a new age. People are exploiting themselves. Don't realize
But
they're doing
social
it.
media makes it more. I mean, there were stories. My grandma and the other woman my granddaddy had a kid with, she lived down the road.
Yep.
Nobody would knew that shit if we didn't have social media.
You know why?
Mm-hmm.
And
Now you can post it and
but
tell everybody.
that's a good example. That's a
Yeah.
good example. So remember back in the day, every grandfather had another family.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both my grandfathers did.
Had another family, right?
A lot of
And they were
grandmas
right
had a
down
lot
the
of
street.
kids by
Yeah.
the
So now
milkman
watch
too.
this. Yeah.
They just ain't
Oh, the
say
milkman.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But-
when the dads were going off to the
Yeah.
military.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So, but how many times did you hear that other wife, well, not even wife, but that other side piece say something?
Well, they didn't have
You are
social
still
media.
talking about a different
Yeah.
time. Adam, you
Yeah.
keep walking
And
this
if they had
biblical
social media
relationship, and we are in
emotionally,
2025.
You think some of them old bitches, excuse me,
Yeah.
you think some of them old ass women wouldn't have said, he been coming down here
Yes,
for 20
if there was
years.
social media.
We got 2 kids together.
No.
You think
Yeah.
they wouldn't have posted?
They
Oh,
wouldn't have
yes,
said that.
they would. Over time, look at other people who have these higher profile relationships and mistresses come out 20 years later. Or look at Princess Diana. And the nigga married Camilla.
Yeah.
Come on.
You see that? Princess Diana, remember she was married to Prince Charles? He was dating Camilla before he married Diana.
But you know
and
that-
when she
that was a
died,
different
he
story,
married
though.
her. It's the same thing.
But that's a different story.
It's
'Cause-
not.
I will agree with you that I don't think that the older generation, I don't think that our grandmother would have ever gone on social media and told everybody about Ruby.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think my grandmother on my dad's side would have told anybody about my grandfather. I don't think
Well,
any
because
of that.
that was
would
the
have- right.
generation.
I don't think because they
but
were
even
so
if
private.
we didn't have social media
Right,
now, I
right.
feel like it still would have
Right,
come out.
right.
I mean, you
Now,
know.
what's funny is they each knew about each other.
Yeah,
like my
everybody
grandma
knew
knew
what was
about
going on.
Rudy,
That's right.
Ruby, and so everybody knew about it. But I do agree with you that I think that there is too much of your information and your personal relationship on social media.
well, that
Absolutely.
people share.
Yeah,
Because everybody
yeah,
doesn't share. everything.
exactly. Yeah.
But you have some people that will tell you they went to the grocery store to buy lemons. I mean, you know, that's their post.
Right.
And you like, well, shit, you ain't
What
doing
they brought?
something else more constructive
About to
today.
buy
What
some
they bought?
lemons.
Pumping gas.
Yeah.
Well, they brought lemons.
Lemons.
Right.
They bought some lemons.
Women. I'm not gonna say this on camera. I'm not gonna say this, but
Yeah, don't
back in
start
the-
no shit at the end
back
of
in
the
the
show.
right. Back in the day, the women just knew how to keep the peace.
So you want to back in the day, back to Africa woman.
That's
No.
what you
Would you remarry? If you remarry,
Yeah, would you remarry?
give me.
It wouldn't be traditional though.
Okay, what does that mean?
I'll live in separate houses.
But you
Okay.
still, but here's the funny
Would you
thing.
be
But you
faithful?
would still traditionally want her to allow you to make the decisions and be
He
the
want her to be
head and
submissive.
lead.
Right.
Hold
Would
on.
you be faithful?
Buddy,
Hold on.
what?
What
in
you saying?
separate houses, would you be faithful? And then
Yes.
would you expect her to be faithful?
Yes.
Out of line.
Tell the
he
truth.
can't even say it with a straight face.
And you
Stop
broke eye
lying.
contact. That's the
Yeah,
first
that's
indication
it.
you're
Tell him
telling
again,
the story.
sis.
I would be faithful. I have no problem being faithful
I don't believe that.
So why separate households?
because I want my own space. At this age, we want our own space because we know how it is.
What if
we
she
live
don't
with
want
somebody
that?
else.
What if she like you can
Well,
have
she
a
don't
man
want me
cave
there.
if you fall asleep in there,
No.
whatever, that's
Right.
fine.
I did that already.
Okay,
I don't
you
want
did the
that.
man cave option, and that.
But
didn't
you
work.
still, so even with you breaking tradition, because God didn't say nothing about we gonna be together and be married, and you gonna be
Right.
over here at 1, 2,
Right.
3, and I'm gonna be at 4, 5, 6.
Why not?
That ain't what he said.
Adam was somewhere else.
No, hold up. No, they were in the Garden of
was
Eden
together.
together.
He
They
said-
were together.
Sin
They committed
together.
sin
But
together.
the
right.
Garden of Eden was a
They
big place.
committed sin together.
That's right.
You know how big this.
You see how you trying to split hairs?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. The
I'm
Garden of
done.
Eden is there wasn't a
I'm
little
tapping
small.
out. I'm tapping
Look,
out.
Cut the tape.
look.
I'm
Look.
tapping out.
Y'all act like the Garden of Eden was like Discovery Green. That little
I
small
know.
stuff.
I'm tapping out.
Garden of Eden
I'm
was the south of
tapping out.
Texas.
You see how you give a Negro
No.
just a
He
little
said-
inch and
look.
he take a mile.
He said, look, he
you
said-
take a mile.
Eve summons
No.
Adam. So she
He
called.
didn't say nothing to that.
It took
And
a
truthfully speaking, it was Adam ass that took everything to the left because he didn't. Where was his damn superiority then?
Right. Why didn't
Why
he
he didn't stand
step
and say,
in
Eve,
and
you
say,
eat that
You know
apple,
why?
we
I'ma
ain't
beat
doing
your
that.
ass,
You know
you
why?
gonna mess up
yeah.
all our
Well,
life.
here, let's hear this.
I'm gonna tell you
What is it?
I got
Why?
a, nah, I got
I want to
a,
hear
Why?
it.
I got a whole interpretation
I
of
want to
it.
hear it.
Right?
I want to hear it.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Now we know the traditional, that the devil came to Eve with the fruit, whatever.
And Adam was sitting right there.
No,
Yeah.
no. He was doing something else.
He was
No,
present.
he was not.
I'm gonna tell you what
Okay,
I think.
go ahead.
What I think it was because
Okay.
it's all relatable and it makes sense.
To you.
It makes sense to me.
Okay.
Now, according to the story, it says that the serpent spoke to Eve, right, and said you can have everything in the garden except the tree of
life.
Right,
tree of
right,
life,
right,
knowledge
correct.
of good and wisdom.
Right.
Good and evil. I'm sorry, the knowledge of good and evil. So the serpent came to Eve. She ate the apple or the fruit. She didn't say the apple, it said the fruit. So she made Adam eat the fruit. The reason why I think why Adam ate the fruit, because it was something she was withholding from him.
You think she was being deceptive?
Yeah, because I think the fruit resembled.
But he was made privy to
Everything
the Lord
before
gave the
her.
commandment to both of them.
I know.
He
Watch
said
this.
Adam and Eve.
Watch
Neither
this.
one of y'all niggas eat that.
But watch this.
Right.
But watch this. I'm gonna give it to y'all. Y'all.
Okay.
It's gonna make sense.
I'm hanging here.
So you ready? So now, so when Eve ate up the fruit, right? Adam didn't know nothing about it yet. So when Adam was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" So Eve made him eat it. That's what the Bible says. She made him eat it.
I'm about to find this
Yeah,
verse
please
because
go
I don't
find
know
that
if
script.
that's accurate.
I don't know if because made almost make it look like it's got two
Forced.
double lines.
Yeah.
Underneath. it.
Now
Yeah.
watch this.
Okay.
You know what I think the fruit was?
What?
Her body. Because watch this. Soon as the Bible said he ate up the fruit, then it says their eyes was open. Right? And then he realized it was naked. So why would the Bible reference their nakedness after he ate a fruit?
Because you think he ate her.
No, he no. No.
He went down there between the legs.
No,
He's like, wait a minute, what's that?
no,
Shit, you naked.
no. This was eating up the fruit. He inserted it in her.
Okay.
Then he said their eyes was open.
This is a perverted version of this happening.
Okay.
But just think about
Okay.
it. Why
Okay.
they tell you that to not have sex before marriage? They tell you that to this day. And where did that principle come from?
Well, it's from the Bible.
Right.
See what I'm saying? That what I think what the fruit was. The interpretation it was a fruit, but I think the fruit was her body and Adam. And I think
So
there was
Adam screwed her and he shouldn't have.
yes.
Well, why he didn't listen to God himself and
Because
exercise
how many
superiority?
you know why? How many rulers in this country, not in this country, in the world, that kingdoms fail because of women? Men
All of them.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't resist. Because that's something. Think about it. Eve was of Adam. She was him in another form.
As a woman, right. With a
So he was
woman.
naturally attracted to it.
Well, they was together anyway.
Well, they was together by his rib,
Right.
but they was together because he was lonely. That's why
So you
Eve was
think
created.
that intercourse caused
Yes.
the sin?
Yes.
But the Lord made intercourse, and He doesn't
And
talk
watch
about
this.
it as being a bad
And what
thing.
was the discipline that he gave Eve? He said, from this day on,
You're gonna have pain in childbirth.
why would he give you pain of childbirth if that principle didn't apply?
I don't agree.
Think
with
about
all
what I'm
that.
saying
No.
now.
No.
That's deep. Eh?
Yeah.
Think
You
about
did go
it.
down a rabbit hole. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say you
very
went down a
much
rabbit
so.
hole.
But think about it.
But
That makes sense.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
I think that I don't.
Why
know.
they tell you not to have sex with prior to marriage?
Because you intertwine with spirits. And then you get.
And what was the fruit?
And you've been with 10 people.
And watch
you
this.
get with your husband.
And you
but
know what
I
the
don't
serpent?
like him much
And
as I
you
like
and you know what the
this
serpent
one.
was? I don't think the serpent was the actual serpent. I think the serpent was.
But it references it as being a serpent,
serpent.
because he was cursed to the ground.
I know, but
So
I'm
what else
saying
could it have
that's the
been?
interpretation. I think the
I
serpent
think
was.
you can't just be changing all this storyline.
Well, you know, that's what I'm saying.
It was an apple.
It was his conscience, her conscience speaking to her. She's like her curiosity. I'm sorry, it was a curiosity.
But where did that come from? If you go to
Yeah.
that whole standpoint, and God is supposed to already know what we're thinking, how we're feeling, way before it even
It's free will.
conjures up
Yeah.
in our minds.
So think about this.
So how is it in that moment? Everything that you're trying to say,
Yeah.
that he didn't already foresee.
Yes.
all
But
of
she
that.
didn't rape him.
No.
No.
He
Think
gave
about
it
this.
to her.
Think about this. If God gave Adam everything,
Mm-hmm.
he said name everything. You can have everything in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't touch the tree of life.
Why would you put the tree of knowledge of good and evil there?
Mm-hmm.
Think about
I
that.
mean-
You can have everything in the world,
Yeah.
but that one thing.
Right.
That's temptation in itself.
Yeah, but it was temptation for male and female.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
wasn't
Now you
just
get what I'm
her.
saying.
Well,
The
you
curiosity
made me feel
started
like
coming.
you're blaming the woman.
No,
for
no,
the
no, no,
death.
no, no,
It
no.
does sound like
Fall
it,
of-
y'all.
Well, she
Because
started getting
here-
horny at first, so she had to, you know.
Oh, it was
Boy.
her.
Yeah.
Even though men are the ones that successfully have downfalls
Falls
because of
of
women.
women.
That's why.
Right.
Think about it.
But even
See?
with everything
No,
that
I
you
did
just
not
said,
see.
then
Yeah.
if you look
No.
at how, if the so-called downfall happened that way, then why isn't it naturally that women should lead? Because if we
Yeah.
led him down this way and he went willingly and all of that stuff, then why is there
Why
such
are we
the way
so set to submit?
that we got to submit?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because in that
Really,
situation, we
from
led.
the biblical
from
standpoint,
from jump, we led.
truthfully
that's
speaking,
true.
And here's the thing: when you think about leaders, like being on a captain and you on a ship, what they say, captain better go down with the
Yeah,
damn
that's
ship.
right.
You
Yeah, no, I
cannot
agree.
jump ship. So when you think about it from what you just said, now if we led this charge, now we got to bear the pain, childbirth, bleeding, all of that stuff. Then why wouldn't it naturally be that we should just lead?
Yeah.
Well,
You shouldn't lead.
I'm about to
Like
be-
you was a follower from jump,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
nigga
right.
just keep
no,
following.
I
Yeah,
believe that
that's
because
right.
I believe because even
That's right.
Right.
even in artifacts, the oldest remains that was found was like almost 1 million years old, and it was a woman. So that's the only first recorded human being on Earth. It was a woman. So I believe a woman was here probably first. I believe that.
And
Now,
there's multiple
that's-
instances
but it
in
goes
the Bible where
again.
women were leading.
Okay, you just
I believe
had
that.
some
With
beliefs
the man.
that you were able to validate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so whether it was the first woman that was there, you just ran a whole analogy and a
Yes.
really good one. I'm gonna give you some.
That was
I'm
good,
gonna give you
right?
props.
Yeah, don't-
Okay,
y'all
because it
can-
had me thinking.
yeah.
That's why I was a little quiet
It
over
sounds like
here.
a Zane
I'm like,
novel,
hold
but I
up.
was with it.
He might have a point.
I said, it's
right,
like a Zane
right.
novel.
He
Yeah.
might have
Okay.
a point.
Okay.
But then it goes back to then why are you wanting to toe the line and ride on the horse in the where the Bible says and the man should lead and he should be this and why are you on that? What would be so
Well-
wrong? Just to go with me here.
yes, ma'am.
What would be so wrong with, okay, if you debunked, because that's kind of what you just did. You debunked the serpent. You said it wasn't a serpent.
The
Then you
apple.
said it wasn't an apple. It was a piece of fruit. So that could have been a grape. Then you said that the whole temptation was really the consummation of their relationship,
Yep.
right? Okay. You debunked all of that.
Yes, right.
What about debunking that men are not supposed to be the head? They're not
Maybe.
supposed to lead.
And maybe that's maybe.
So
Look, and look.
Biblically,
that's
the Bible says that the man is supposed to love the wife and the wife is supposed to respect the husband. So
Right.
maybe, I mean, from
which
that
is why my
perspective,
grandmother used to always
I
say,
can
make sure you marry
understand.
somebody that loves you
Yeah.
more than
that
you love
them.
him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And now
That's
that
true.
I can get with because respect comes with a form of submission.
Right.
Like somebody else I might cuss out. If my sister was to say something to me, clearly I wouldn't. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
she would get a different response out of me
Right.
because of relationship and multiple other factors. So if you say that because it strategically uses those two words, that the male is supposed to love the wife and like the church, and the woman is supposed to respect the husband. So from that perspective, I can get with you on the submission.
Because I can respect you all day long and not
Yeah.
love you.
yeah,
Like I can
but
respect who you
also
are
comes from
and where you are.
And I love you.
Yeah.
But I don't love you.
and
Yeah.
not cussing you out in public. That's
Right.
respect.
Yeah.
You know, but
I think we're saying the same thing. Yeah.
no, we are not saying
think we
the
are.
same
I just
thing.
think that you need to like ponder tonight on
yes.
We're
could
getting
it
a
be
woman.
very
Meditate.
possible that a woman should really be leading?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can a woman
Because
lead
what if
though?
you met a woman
Are
that
you
did you
serious?
say that?
Are
I'm
you?
asking. I'm not being coy. I'm just
It
asking a
came
question.
from a place of can it be done?
Was it no?
Like-
No, I didn't say it like that.
Hold on. Yes, you
I-
did.
it's like a curiosity question.
Okay, so
Can a woman
I'll
lead?
say this. I've been in church, I've worked in companies where men led and where women led. So
Okay.
one thing I will say on the negative for women is we are emotional. And a lot of times, but I heard this a while ago too, that was like, you know, if a woman was president, we wouldn't have all these wars, it'd just be a whole bunch of people not fucking talking to each other. You know, and that's accurate.
Right.
I believe that.
Right.
Because I worked under women and it depends on their personality as well, their management. You know, it's a lot of factors.
Right.
But specifically church, like being under a woman pastor, it did feel like it was always a lot of additional things going on versus men to me were a lot more black and white in leadership,
Right.
you know, and in those type of positions. And so
I think that's out of order too.
but I can't say I would prefer one or the other because I worked under some men. I was like, he is a bitch. He's just emotional every
Yeah.
time I turn, making decisions off how he feel. You know what I mean? And so it
You know,
depends
some-
on personality
You know,
too.
some men could be women.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Some women they can have that personality
Now
as a
that
woman.
I'm 40, okay,
Yeah.
I realize men, this is my personal opinion, not all, like you say.
Or some.
Some. Some.
Some of these African Americans, I don't know about other races, I
Of
haven't
these
dealt outside
African
of that. Yes.
Americans.
are more emotional
Yes.
than women.
Yes.
I mean, I had men get mad. They won't text. Then they text in 2 weeks. I'm like, where the hell you been? I just had a lot going on. But I know they're mad at something I said or something I did. You know what I mean? And they won't say that. I mean, this is high value. And this one is actually high functioning. He's an attorney, you know. And I went home to North Carolina and I told him when I was going, I said, hey, I'm coming home. I have a lot going on. You know, my kids, I was working. It was a lot, and it was just no way I was going to be able to coordinate me seeing him.
Mm-hmm.
Told him that up front. You know, I'll be home. I was like, but I'll be honest with you, I got a lot going on. Well, he was like, okay. So he saw on my social media, I posted I was home. I get back to Texas, and I get a text message like, well, it would have been nice to know you were here. And I was like, I told you I was there, right?
I've been trying to see you.
No response for like 3 months. Then I just get a random message that was like...
Well, he had a girlfriend. Everybody knew that.
Out the blue. Well, I understand. Well, how you doing? That bullshit. Then we went straight to... Because I'm like, where the hell you been there? I thought you died. Right. You know what I'm saying?
He had a little girlfriend, that's all.
So that's fine. He ain't my man. I'm free.
Wait, he didn't know that gonna hurt your feelings. That way
it didn't hurt my feelings because I didn't even respond.
And I'm saying if he would have told you he had a girlfriend, that probably would have hurt.
I would have been fine. I really would have been. I think he should know.
Or then you probably wouldn't have gave him none.
That's not true. That's my choice.
Then that's being
about
deceptive.
Yeah.
Again, y'all are not walking in y'all authenticity.
That was fine.
You're robbing us of our decision.
Maybe.
Well, I got a whole message after that about
and eat it too.
Okay. He wasn't expecting to see me. I just could have said that I was there or something. I'm like, nigga, I told you I was there. I go back to the text message and screenshot. I said I'm going to be home this time. So that was extremely emotional because in my mind, we're not in a relationship. In my mind, we don't have any level of commitment to each other. We don't owe each other explanation. You know what I mean? So why would you have an attitude?
Because y'all have feelings. He had feelings for you. That's why. That's easy. If a person does that, they have feelings.
But if a woman was to respond that way, a man would communicate to his friends
it's
or
expected,
somebody else and say, hell yeah, because I done hit her up. And, you know, it would just be a completely different outcome.
Again.
But because I'm single, I've had men this year do the same thing. I had one guy that was like, you know, well, I don't think we have to put a title on anything if we're sexually active with each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't read between lines, and far as I'm concerned, we single. Ain't no bills been paid over here, and so why you upset? You know what I mean?
Because you don't want nobody else to have you.
But that's not even reasonable.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
In a man's mind.
If you haven't had a conversation.
No. We don't talk.
Well, you need to check these men.
But you want them to be submissive, but they can't talk.
If we having sex,
I know, right?
Look,
I can't do
you know
that.
why? Because we expect women to think like us. So if we're having sex with you, we validate that as saying, okay, she's with me. And I
That's
don't want
not
nobody else to
true.
have it.
Because niggas be with 4. So y'all think that about all 4 women or 2.
All
Let's say he
4
with
women.
2.
Yeah.
You think the same thing about all 4 women.
Well, we think the same thing about 4 men. At least me at 40 being single does.
Oh, you outside like that?
I mean, I'm just saying, I don't.
You got 4 at the same time?
No, not at the same time.
And she say at the same time that you
don't do
this
me like that.
Clickbait.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
don't
tell
put
you right
that
now.
out there.
It's on here.
It's
on here. Look.
That's what that'll be. I got
No.
4. I'm outside
No,
at the same time.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Snip it.
I'm just saying, if you're single, you don't owe anybody
No.
an explanation. No conversation. Because how many times have women made the error of, oh, well, we're having intercourse. Maybe we're having unprotected intercourse. I see him every day. He
After
messages
40,
me every morning.
Yeah, after 40, you don't use rubber.
All of that. That's not true. And that's disgusting. Also, did you see the post that people
That
made
wasn't
on
real,
social
though.
media
But that wasn't
about
real. Houston, that wasn't real.
I don't give a damn where the numbers come from. It seemed like it could be realistic for Houston.
Nah, it was
About AIDS.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
all
yeah.
the STD numbers for the week.
First of
Yeah.
all, after 40, nobody uses protection. After 35, nobody uses protection.
That's not true.
We grown.
Well, let me just say so. He just told you that he don't use protection.
Okay, I
He's
got you.
43.
Okay, I
He don't
understand.
use protection.
I didn't sign that agreement when I turned 40. That was not one
Shout out
of
to
them.
you, Adam, for being
Okay.
real and authentic.
Then you fuck
Hit
around
that
and
right
be-
there.
You be at Human Resources at 50 when they talking about, oh, child support send a letter to take this shit out your check. Yeah, at 50, they gonna be like, this nigga 50 with child support coming out his check? Damn.
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'm just
I'm just
listen.
saying.
My daddy has been 50 on house arrest for child support, so I don't recommend
It happens.
nobody
But
waiting.
I was saying
late.
nobody.
Oh my God.
So it's a strategy. I'm gonna say it off camera, but I can't say it on camera what the strategy is.
What is the strategy?
For y'all to make us feel like we the only one, and we want y'all to feel the same
But
way.
y'all are the only one for the moment.
And so are y'all for the moment. It's like in intercourse, and
thing
you say,
is-
"Oh, this mine." Yeah, right now
we know we love y'all. We do love y'all.
we love y'all too.
Like beyond the moment.
We do too.
We just want multiple loves.
We do too.
But that's a.
So what's wrong with us wanting love too?
Oh, nothing.
And multiple
With
loves.
two.
We
Because
just-
I'm gonna be honest,
We just don't want y'all to have nobody else to have you.
two, but that's not fair.
But even when
Because
I'm
we don't
not
want nobody
yours,
else to have y'all either.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because that's what men think. We're selfish.
Well, what about the women that are selfish? What if we're completely submissive, but we have 3 men?
I can't handle that. It's gonna hurt my feelings.
Is that mature?
That's
Is that
why it
emotionally
goes back
mature?
to y'all
Yes.
are probably not built to lead.
From that,
I'm just saying. No.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
because it's I don't know. We just men and women are two different creatures.
They're Mars and Venus. Yeah.
Yeah, we're different, and we handle things differently, and I respect.
that's
But
what
you
makes them
honestly, if
match.
you really took all the molecules and you looked at it, the only thing that y'all handle differently is the emotional piece of it.
That's a lot,
That is
though.
the only difference.
Yeah.
But the
It is.
way is, if you look at like what she said, the men nowadays, they are just as emotionally charged
As
as
women.
women.
Yeah, no.
And maybe that happens with age. Because, women peak when they're older, and it's the opposite
Generation
for men.
Men,
Z.
right.
So,
Most of these kids were raised by their mother, so they took on most of their mother's attributes.
Well, you
Okay.
can't blame that on the mother if the father wasn't there.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just
and
saying.
spiritually, they still got their daddy seals. So
Yeah,
somewhere
that
their daddy
DNA
probably
is
was
still
emotional
strong.
ass nigga too.
And will show up.
yeah.
Because our brother, our dad was not there, but they're even to this day, and he's 40, so I'm 50, man's 47, about to be
Yeah.
47.
He got a lot of
He
qualities.
got a lot of qualities
Yeah.
of our dad. And
Yeah.
our dad was not 100% present at all. And to the point where even having a conversation, that's why I said you having these men come on and talking about their trauma and stuff. Even the conversation that I had with him recently, and he said it. He says, sis, Dad hasn't and isn't in my life like that, but I am fighting situations or things that he did and experienced that is showing up in my life because, like my sister, that DNA is strong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those tendencies come out. My oldest son, I didn't know my biological father. My oldest son raised him. We've always been in very affluent neighborhoods. That's one thing I prided myself on. Even being a single mom, I never depended on the system. I busted my ass. I did everything when it came to make sure that my son had an amazing lifestyle and growing up. But my son had this mentality where he gravitated to, crime and he got a very nomadic spirit where he could just go sleep on somebody's couch. And I'm like, dude, you ain't even never had to share a bedroom with
That's all kids,
anybody.
though.
No, it's not. Because my daughter is the complete
not gonna do
opposite.
that.
She
Yeah.
ain't doing none of that.
Well,
My middle son,
I think
my
Jordan ain't
middle
doing
son,
that.
Jordan, is
No.
not doing none of that. So all this time,
he the oldest.
yeah, I could not understand all these tendencies. I'm like, even where, sometimes it's always very easy for the mama to say, you got that shit from your
Yep.
daddy.
Yep.
I even had to say, you ain't get that from your daddy. I know your daddy. I know your daddy people. I don't know where that came from. I was 39 years old, met my biological father for the first time, and got a chance to talk to my aunt, his sister, about just him because he wasn't being
personality
authentic
and-
in
yeah.
who he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of shame, and I get it. And now he's reunited with his daughter. And I talked to my aunt, and she starts telling me my father's history.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you, Adam, a
It was
damn
deep.
light bulb,
Yep.
It's just like your son.
I was over here like, so the DNA skipped me because I ain't nothing like my dad, and went to
Your
my
brother?
my son.
Oh, your son. Okay, yeah.
And and to the point where my aunt sends me a picture where my father left right after my mom got pregnant. He went into the military. She had a picture of him right before he went. This was so funny. I put it in the group chat to my siblings. I said, hey, take a look at this
It
picture
looked
right
like
here.
the same person. It was just an
Everybody
old
thought
picture.
it was. They
Oh, really?
asked me
Thought it was the son.
what was They were like, where you get this picture of DJ? Because it was also a very older picture. So
Yeah.
the pixels and all of that. And I had to tell them, I said, that ain't DJ. That's my dad.
Wow. And they look alike.
That's how similar. And all this time it was funny because we always thought DJ looked like his dad. I was like, damn, Billy spit DJ out. But seeing my dad, but
He
then
looked just
also
like-
hearing my dad's story, I was like, damn, everything that my dad has been through, how he think, how he move, has shown up
Wow.
in my son
Oh, wow.
over here. So that's why I say, even in all of that, like that, you could say that the mother raised them, but that damn daddy DNA is strong.
It's popping up.
It's popping up
That's why we
in some kind of way.
That's why we the leaders.
No, y'all ain't the leaders. We done already determined. I
Yeah,
think I done
no.
already come to the conclusion that
Not
the
at
Bible
all.
was written wrong.
Not at all. It was written right. He's just taking it out of
He's
context.
taking it out of context.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
Everybody has plants in their house, right?
Well, I ain't got no real ones
Well, I'm
because
saying-
I kill real ones.
What, what I'm saying. All right. So you
We
plant.
didn't get the green thumb.
Y'all ever planted a plant or seen a plant or a tree
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
grow?
Yeah.
What did that one tree, apple, grape, whatever? What did it come from?
A seed.
Seed.
Who provides the seed? And that's what I'm gonna say.
It could
This
be a
is
sour
costly
ass
distinct.
seed. We ain't closing off of that. It could be a sour seed.
Yeah, I'm
man-
not sure I'm following that one
The
right
man
there. Okay.
has
But it
the
could be a
seed.
bad seed.
And
But
you guys
indeed,
water
without
the
the
seed.
fertilizer,
No, wait a minute. Oh, wait,
the
well, we don't
seed
even go
ain't
this
shit.
part. The seed
No,
is
both are
also
important.
the seed
They're
is
equally
also
important.
encased into
It's fertilized.
no, it is also encased into a pod,
Yeah.
an egg
Protection.
protection. So we gonna say that they still go hand in hand.
Yeah, no, I
They're
agree.
equally
Okay,
important.
they are equally important.
I don't know.
Because if you got a seed and nothing to plant it in,
Can we do
then
percentages?
what?
Let's do percentages.
If a man just go and bust off somewhere
He can have
in
a-
a cup, he's
He's
not
not
gonna produce
having,
a
he's not gonna
baby.
All right.
produce nothing.
So if I had, remember those things back in the day used to blow? You pick up from the ground and you blow them?
Which
No.
one?
The timber weave thing?
Oh, the little flower thing, yeah, and
Yeah,
then the little white
Okay.
ones, the little white
You know
ones.
those little
yeah.
white things
Yeah.
are?
Yeah.
They're
The
seeds.
seeds,
And they
yes.
can land anywhere. And what happens? They grow up again.
No,
Boy,
them
bye.
bubbles hit the ground and die. That's
Bye,
it.
bye.
There's nothing after that.
And we're out.
We gotta get out of here. So look, one more time, y'all social media so we get out of here.
DeAnna Green, Instagram, the.deanna.green. Hit me up.
Jameka, JAMEKA_leathers, LEATHERS. That's Facebook and Instagram.
And that's a long conversation. It's gonna be a part 1, part 2 because y'all are long-winded. Y'all
Don't
should be
even
so-
try. You know you had a good time.
I did. I had a good time. I did. I enjoyed the conversation. I'm thinking about some stuff.
Can
that-
you come back? Can you bring some good single men up here that's high
Single?
value?
But
I don't want nobody married, Adam. I don't want nobody who.
no, they're in a relationship though. Most men that are good men, they have relationships or have multiple women. Y'all don't want that. You don't want that in Houston because you want them to yourself.
No, okay, so let's clear this up real quick. Let's do single men. Maybe they're dealing with someone, but nobody that if we're in public, they're going to walk up to the table.
Right.
Can you make that happen?
Because they don't want that smoke from Jamaica.
Or
Oh,
not.
you a fighter? Oh Lord.
Yeah,
I don't
she a
want to
fighter.
tear the restaurant
But she
equipment
will.
and stuff up. I don't
Tear
wanna
the
do
whole
that.
restaurant.
Yeah, I
will.
want to tear it up.
Really?
In the past, but I'm 40 now.
You 40?
Yeah. So
yeah.
can you do that?
I got. You know what? I have some single guys I could introduce you to.
I don't want no shit, Adam.
No, seriously, I can introduce some single guys.
Are they high value, low functioning, or
No,
where
no.
are
Actually,
they?
I don't know what their status is in terms of economics. I don't know. I never asked.
Okay.
But I have
Well,
a lot
I'm
of single,
single
men.
as a dollar bill. I'm single. I'm ready to mingle.
I'm gonna bring you to Urban Social.
I'm almost outside.
He DJs at a lot of places too. So
Okay.
really nice places. So
I'm gonna bring you to
yeah.
Urban Social so you
Yeah, you
could
should go check that
because they have
I
some
feel
men there.
like we went there. Didn't you tell me to go there when my girlfriend was
out.
here?
Yeah, yeah.
Did y'all
Because
go?
there's
They
actually
was
one
dancing
of
and
the
stuff.
nights you were DJing and her
It's a
girlfriend was
small
in town,
spot.
but I think they ended
Yeah, I
up
went
having
there.
some.
We
You
went.
did.
Yeah, they have a lot of single
Yeah.
men that go there all the time.
But it's hard to meet them there. Everybody been drinking. They want somebody to dance nasty. I'm not doing that.
What you doing? Just sitting there looking? That's a
I
whole
mean,
nother
I'm
story.
people watching like everybody else.
Man, we look.
I'm not about to bend over at 40 on
Man,
the floor.
what you mean?
I'm not gonna do that.
You better.
Oh no. well, I
Because the
don't
young
want
girls,
those
they
men.
doing everything.
Are they high value? I've been over. I'm just playing. Are
look.
they high value and low
See,
functioning?
See, look, and this is no whole nother podcast. That's why them older men get them younger girls because they cutting flips.
Yeah, but that shit don't last long.
And they popping pills too to handle that shit.
Exactly.
So
That is
shit
true.
don't last
Exactly.
long.
That is true.
I'm a nurse. I know
You're
the
right.
order for ED, and people got shit coming to the front door.
That is true.
They don't even got to go to the doctor no more.
You're right.
Yeah. So okay. Well, I want to
You take the
reiterate
ED?
that
Adam.
I'm single. I'm single.
You single?
And I'm seeking high value,
You know what?
low functioning men.
Low function, high value. I got
Yes.
you.
That's
I'm
what
hook
I
you up.
want.
So we gotta get out of here, guys. Man,
Yeah.
look, this is a culturally distinct podcast. I have no more words for everything. I'm out of here, guys. I
Peace
appreciate you
out.
guys, DeAnna, Jameka. I appreciate you guys coming up.
Thank you for
you
the
for having
invite.
us.
Thank you guys. Am I bringing nuts up here next time? So pause. No, I'm out of here. Peace.
All right, peace. You